Welcome back to Game-Based Learning in the World Language Classroom, the why, what, and how. We're on section 3 of my book, The How. I'm Madame Sensei. I teach Spanish, French, Japanese, and English to high schoolers out here in the beautiful but rainy Pacific Northwest, and I'm very long-winded. I have a lot to say about project-based learning, so this is a continuation of the previous one where we were working through role play. Okay, so this is part 3, but it's actually like part 3B, right? We've been talking about planning for a project before, and I went through the logistics, and I know it sounds overly complicated. I know it sounds like there's a lot of moving pieces, and there are a lot of moving pieces, but the moving pieces are all inside your head. It's all the pre-planning that you have to do, all the universal design for learning, all the backwards design that you do ahead of time. You're just sitting in your chair and thinking, and then it's easy to put the pieces together, all right? So there is a lot of upfront thinking work, but not a lot of doing work, okay? Once you've made your quiz trades and you know your sentences that you need, let's go back to there. You know your sentences that you need, you know your grammar that you need, you know your words that you need. It's just a matter of printing out the cards and cutting them out so that your students have something to practice with before the big day. All right, so last time we talked about food. This time we're going to talk about making travel reservations, checking into an airport or a hotel. You can decide who's going to work the counter and who's going to be the tourists. Make fake tickets. You really want your students buying into this. Bring in some old luggage and stuff it with all the ugly clothes that you've been saving for skits. Print itineraries, print maps. Now, I used to do this in a really, really big way. As I was just telling you, there's a lot of this is thinking and not much is actually doing. There was a lot of doing for this one just to try and make it look really cool. But, you know, I teach Spanish, French, Japanese, and now they've added English to my platter. And it is really hard for me to change the setup of the classroom in between classes, especially since I'm still nursing a broken leg because I tripped over a backpack. So once I discovered Minecraft education, I was like, oh, this is perfect. Because we take our field trips virtually now. And it's so much fun. And I've got videos upon videos on that. And they're in this playlist and they're also in my Minecraft playlist. But there's no setup. It's just, guys, take out your computers. We're going to Paris today. You know, that kind of thing. All right, drive around town. This one's really fun. And this doesn't actually have a lot of setup because I am in a portable. And what I do is I just take out the chalk and I have the students go out into the parking lot and draw in the parking lot in chalk. And then we can pretend like we're driving around. All right, we can draw buildings, we can draw roads, and then they can give each other directions, left, right, straight, turn around, that kind of thing, which is all really good stuff to know. Also, since I am in the Pacific Northwest and it rains a lot, I bought markers that are they're wet erase, so you have to wash them off. But I can draw on the tables with them. They're really colorful neon colors. The students love them. And many years ago, my chemistry colleague was throwing away his old tables and getting brand new tables, but his tables were fine. And I was like, why are we throwing these away? I hate the dumb little stupid desks with the bars in them, like they're little chairs with the bar that connects the table to the chair. And the students were always barking their knees on them when I would say, get up and we're doing something. And so I took the chemistry tables and now I have chemistry tables in my classroom. And so we draw on that, and I've got my little toy Hot Wheel cars from my childhood. And the students just beep, beep, they draw the roads and they do the cars around the desk, and it's super fun. Outside again, drawing in chalk. We've built cities. You can see the students have taken, this is like the kind of tape that you use to tape up. Somehow I picked this up from the sports medicine teacher, and it works great on, like, it's really strong stuff. But it's like for taping broken ankles and stuff. And you know, the students made a little clothing store. They made little stores down the block. Here's my Japanese students being tourists in a town. And again, most of this I do on Minecraft. Here's one where they drew the buildings. We had the roads in chalk, and then they drew the buildings here. All right. Hey, this was a quick one, right? Okay, Next episode, I'm going to walk through an example of project-based learning so you can see from conception to final how much work it takes, if it takes a lot of work. Because at this point it doesn't, because it's all the pre-planning. I'm telling you, it's all the thinking. That's the hard stuff. And that's really fun too. And that's why I say involve your colleagues and then get your students buy-in. Involve your students. Hey guys, what do you want to do for this? All right, so hope to see you on the next one.